Welcome to Funny Facts, the only nature show where the animals drink more than your uncle at a wedding. Today, we're diving into the blurry, staggering world of animals that get drunk in the wild. Yes, it's real, and no, they don't need fake IDs. Let's start with the world's most notorious lush, the African elephant. These giants get hammered on naturally fermented fruit from the marula tree. Imagine a 1,000-pound creature chugging fruit beer and then trying to walk it off. They eat a bunch of overripe marulas, fermentation happens in their stomachs, and suddenly, it's safari karaoke night. Researchers say elephants would need to eat a ton to actually get drunk, but come on. Have you seen their size? That's like saying a frat boy technically can't get wasted on 5 beers. Sure, Carl. Sure. Next up, monkeys, specifically, the vervet monkeys of the Caribbean. These guys got a taste for cocktails by stealing drinks from tourists. They've developed actual drinking habits. Some prefer sugary mixed drinks, others go for beer, and there's always that one guy who insists rum is basically fruit. Scientists studied them and found that about 10% are hardcore drunks, 60% are social drinkers, and 30% abstain. That's not a wildlife stat. That's a Saturday night in Miami. Somewhere out there, a monkey is waking up hungover, holding a stolen pina colada, and swearing he's never doing shots with humans again. Moving on to reindeer. You thought Rudolph's red nose was from Christmas magic? Nah, it's from magic mushrooms. These festive deer munch on fly agaric mushrooms, the red and white ones you see in fairy tales, because apparently they like tripping their antlers off. They stumble, they spin. They probably see Santa before anyone else. Fun fact, Siberian shamans used to drink reindeer urine because the mushroom's toxins get filtered out, but the hallucinations stay. So somewhere in ancient Siberia, there was a guy drinking reindeer pee and thinking, yep, this is the good stuff. Humanity is amazing. Then there's the Bohemian fruit bats, who get wasted on fermented nectar. Scientists once tested them flying after drinking. Turns out, they get clumsy, slur their echolocation, and crash into stuff. Imagine being so drunk you fail sonar. That's not just drunk, that's Windows 95 error message drunk. And don't think birds are innocent. Cedar waxwings in North America feast on fermented berries until they can't fly straight. They literally fall out of trees like feathery bar patrons being kicked out at closing time. Wildlife officers have to collect them, let them sober up, and release them later. Imagine explaining that job, yeah, I'm a bird cop. I arrest drunk robins. Meanwhile, in Australia, of course it's Australia, red kangaroos sometimes get tipsy from fermented grass or fallen fruits. Picture it, 2 buff kangaroos boxing in the desert, both hammered, missing every punch, and still somehow thinking they're killing it. They're basically living out a low-budget Rocky remake called Drunky Balboa. Oh, and let's not forget the moose of Sweden. These giant goofballs have a habit of eating fermented apples from the ground. There's even police footage of a moose stuck in a tree after a cider binge. How drunk do you have to be to get vertically wedged? Some Swedish guy called emergency services like, yes, there's a moose in my apple tree and it's hiccuping. They tranquilized it, got it down, and the moose probably woke up like, never touching cider again. Maybe just beer next time. Even bees get in on the fun. Worker bees sometimes drink fermented nectar, get drunk, and start flying in zigzags back to the hive. The sober bees, the responsible ones, guard the entrance and literally throw the drunk bees out. Imagine being the bouncer at a bee bar. Buzz off, Larry. You try to dance with the queen again. And yes, dolphins. Those adorable geniuses sometimes pass around pufferfish like a joint. The pufferfish releases toxins that cause a mild high, and the dolphins just float around in a trance, watching bubbles like they're deep at Coachella. So next time someone says, get high on life, remember, dolphins took that literally. So what have we learned? Nature is not some majestic, sober paradise. It's a 24/7 pub crawl where elephants brew their own wine, monkeys steal mojitos, and reindeer are basically tripping on Christmas cheer. The entire planet is hammered, we're just the ones paying the bar tab. So, if you ever feel bad about your weekend choices, just remember, at least you didn't end up in a tree like a drunk moose. If you enjoyed this wild hangover of a story, hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends who need a reminder that animals are just as messed up as we are, only cuter. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe skip the fermented fruit. Cheers, nature.